Hi friends, today is day 44 of our manners journey. Today we are learning about respect classroom versus disturbing class. The tale of the two classrooms. In the bright and cheerful Sunshine Primary School, two best friends named Leo and Mia sat side by side. Their teacher, Mr. Henderson, was about to start a very exciting lesson on the solar system. Leo was buzzing with energy. He had a million ideas in his head, but sometimes his excitement turned into the wiggles and the shouts. Mia knew that for everyone to learn about the stars, the classroom needed to feel like a calm space throughout the day. Leo and Mia encountered 6 specific moments that taught them the big difference between disturbing the class and respecting the classroom. 1. The hand-raising rule. Mr. Henderson asked, "Does anyone know which planet has big, beautiful rings?" The disturbance. Leo was so excited, he jumped out of his chair and screamed, "Saturn, Saturn, it's Saturn," without being called on. This made Mr. Henderson stop talking, and the other children couldn't hear the rest of the question. The respectful way. Mia felt the same excitement. She felt the answer Saturn in her throat, but she took a deep breath. She sat tall and raised her hand quietly. When Mr. Henderson nodded at her, she shared the answer clearly to the listening ears. While Mr. Henderson explained how the Earth rotates, a cool bird landed on the windowsill outside. The disturbance. Leo turned his back to the teacher and started tapping on the glass, whispering loudly, Look at the bird. Everyone, look." Half the class turned around, and they missed the explanation of why we have day and night. The respectful way. Mia saw the bird too, but she kept her eyes on Mr. Henderson. She knew the bird would be there later, but the lesson was happening now. She showed the teacher that his work was important. 3. The supplies shuffle. It was time to draw the planets. Mr. Henderson asked everyone to get their colored pencils out quietly. The disturbance. Leo started rummaging through his desk, banging his metal pencil case and dropping his ruler with a loud clang. He started humming a loud song while he searched. The respectful way. Mia opened her desk slowly. She lifted her supplies instead of sliding them. She kept her voice at a level 0 so that the instructions for the next step could be heard by everyone. 4. The walking feet. Leo needed to sharpen his pencil. The disturbance. Leo decided to pretend he was a race car. He zoomed across the rug, weaving between students working on their drawings. He nearly knocked over a girl named Sarah. The respectful way. When Mia needed a new eraser, she waited for a break in the conversation. She stood up and used walking feet, taking the long way around the desks to make sure she didn't bump into anyone's walk space. 5. The group work whisper. The students were put into small groups to build a model of the sun. The disturbance. Leo wanted his group to have the most fun, so he started shouting, "Go team," and laughing very loudly. His voice was so loud that the group at the next table couldn't hear their own ideas. The respectful way. Mia leaned in close to her teammates. She used her indoor whisper. This ensured her group could collaborate perfectly without becoming a noise cloud. For the rest of the room 6, the cleanup countdown. The bell was about to ring for recess. The disturbance Leo threw his papers toward the bin, missed, and ran straight for the door, leaving his scraps and pencils on the floor. The respectful way, Mia spent 2 minutes straightening her area. She picked up the fallen pencils, even the ones that weren't hers. She pushed her chair in. She knew that a respectful student leaves the room ready for the next person. At the end of the day, Mr. Henderson called Leo and Mia to his desk. He gave them both star student stickers. Leo, I saw you stop yourself from shouting in the afternoon. You chose to respect our space instead of disturbing our friends. How did it feel? Leo smiled. It felt like I was part of a team, Mr. Henderson. When I was quiet, I actually learned more. Mia hugged her notebook, and when the room is respectful, everyone feels happy instead of frustrated. From that day on, Leo and Mia became the Manor Magic leaders of Room 10, showing everyone that a classroom is a place for big dreams, which require a little bit of quiet and a lot of respect. Bye-bye for now. See you in the next story. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Manor Magic Kid.